Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome back to the channel. In today's reading, we're doing a reading on Are You His Type? So before we get started with your pile selection, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Keen. So this is how my best friend almost ruined my relationship. It started with a missed call from Emily on my boyfriend Kyle's phone at a weird time. Then I saw a missed call from Kyle on Emily's phone as well. I wondered why they'd call each other while I'm at work. My heart raced. I trust them, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I felt uneasy about Emily before. A year ago, I noticed how she and Kyle seemed to click, sharing jokes and glances that made me uncomfortable. Once I even caught Emily smiling at a message from Kyle, and when I asked him about it, he said it was private. I just dismissed it as paranoia due to my trust issues, but the doubt lingered. The new incident made my old suspicions resurface. Kyle became more secretive, always on his phone, which was unusual for him, and Emily started cancelling plans last minute, which wasn't like her. Everything seemed off, and my anxiety grew. I confronted Kyle about the call, but he brushed it off as a mistake. But when I asked Emily, she said she didn't even remember calling at all. Their vague answers made me even more anxious. I needed to know the truth, so that's when I decided to consult with a tarot reader from Keen. I browsed Keen's website, searching for the right psychic for my situation. I found one specializing in relationship readings with great reviews. But it was her energy that caught my attention, so I decided to consult with her, hoping she could reveal the truth. I explained my fears and asked for clarity. As she began typing, I just felt a gnawing anxiety, fearing the truth I might hear. She told me the cards speak of betrayal, and my stomach dropped. Then she added, but they also speak of celebration, a union of hearts. Confused and frustrated, I asked, what does that mean? Her vagueness felt like torture. The truth lies in what you choose to see. The betrayal may not be what you think. Sometimes the heart sees what it fears, not what is real, she responded. I left the chat more confused than ever. Over the next few days, her words echoed in my mind, turning every interaction with Kyle and Emily into something sinister. The final straw came when I saw Kyle and Emily together at a coffee shop, speaking in hushed tones. They didn't see me, but I saw enough to confirm the worst. I left in tears. Back home, I felt broken. How could they betray me? But as I paced around, the tarot reader's words returned to me. Celebration? Union of hearts? Could there be another explanation? The next day, I decided to confront them. I know something's going on, I blurted out. Just tell me the truth. Kyle and Emily exchanged a glance, then smiled. We were going to tell you tonight, Emily said softly. Tell me what? I demanded. Kyle pulled out a small velvet box. We've been planning a special anniversary surprise for you. Our 3-year anniversary is next month. Emily helped me because you trust her taste more than mine. My mind reeled as everything fell into place. The strange calls, the secret meetings, the cryptic conversations. It was all for me. I felt a flood of relief and guilt. The tarot reader's words made sense now. The betrayal was actually my own mistrust, twisted by my fears. I hugged them both, tears streaming down my face as the weight of doubt lifted. They've been planning something beautiful for me, not against me. So I realized that sometimes trust means choosing to see love, even when fear blinds you. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget of my personal life, and if you've had thoughts about something you need clarity on, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can get a reading whenever it suits you. Just create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. Each reader has unique gifts and specialties, so whether you need insights on love, career, or life in general, they can provide deeper understanding and guidance. Choose whichever reader best suits you, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now, here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, we have 3 piles to choose from. Take a look at these piles and see which one you are most drawn to with your person in mind. So for pile number 1, we have the crystal fluorite. For pile number 2, we have the crystal purple agate. And for pile number 3, we have the crystal thunder egg. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to, like I said before. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my palatable ones. If you chose this fluorite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at, are you his type? And if so, why? Or why not? So please be aware that this is a general reading with so many of you watching, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So spirit guides of pile number 1, are they his type? Are pile number 1's his type for the person on their mind? So you have the 3 of Pentacles reversed coming out first. You have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. You have the High Priestess in the reverse. And you have the World Cosmos in the reverse. So with the 6 of Cups being your first card, I feel like this has to do with a past connection a lot of you are asking about. Like maybe you're in a separation with this person and you're not really sure if they do still find you attractive or not, or if you are still their type or not. You could have been in a no contact situation with this person as well. Or this could even be an ex you're asking about for most of you watching. And remember, I'm going to pick up on the majority of the energy. So if this is not what you're looking for, then perhaps click on another pile you are drawn to. So we do have the 10 of Swords reversed at the back of the deck. I'm going to take a look at these cards for yes or no. And then after that, I'm going to pull cards on why or why not. So with the 6 of Cups being your first card and the World Cosmos being in reverse as your last card, I do sense that although this is a past connection, your person, whoever this is, still feels some kind of connection to you that they will not admit with their words. As I am saying this, I feel this energy within my throat chakra is like, I'm not going to tell you this. Like, the energy I feel kind of feels like a constriction in my throat. And whenever I feel this in a reading, since I feel energies, I see it as like the person not wanting to tell you out of embarrassment or shyness or pride or something like that. It's like these feelings they have, they don't want to tell you about them. The World Cosmos reverse can talk about not being able to get over someone, not being able to let go of a person, because the world upright represents letting go of something. When it is in its reverse position, especially in this type of reading, I see it as like someone not being able to let go of the past or the memories you had together, with the 6 of Cups being nostalgia, looking back at our past memories, thinking about you, thinking about the past, you know. And as I was speaking, I felt heartbreak in my heart chakra. So this person still feels heartbreak heartbreak over whatever happened in your connection. And I just want to explain the energy I'm seeing, and then I'll get into are you his type? So I just see him being very heartbroken over you. I still see him. Well, I see him still like thinking about you. I see him still thinking about your memories, still being sort of nostalgic over whatever connection you had in the past. Since you chose the fluorite crystal, this is a crystal of focus. So I feel like there's something about this person still focusing their intentions on you, still focusing their mind on you, even though you're not in their life currently. And it may be every time I speak, I feel like coughing. So this person is definitely like holding back feelings and not telling you about it because it's affecting my throat chakra as I'm in the energy. But since there's like a mirroring energy here, you both may feel the same way towards each other, but not even realize it. With the High Priestess reverse, you could also be receiving signs and synchronicities about this person, but you may be doubting it or ignoring it or be confused about it with the High Priestess reverse because it's like, this person's been so long out of my life. Am I just being crazy for thinking this? And no, you're not crazy. I feel like you're really getting the signs. These signs, some of you are dreaming about this person or just seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities about them, even though they're not in your life. And you could be thinking about them a lot to the point where you're wondering if it's an obsession on your side, but I feel like you're just feeling their energies and feeling them sort of pull on your energy when they think about you a lot. So are you his type or not? Let's get to that question. I feel like yes, you still are. This person's type may have changed since the connection ended. However, there's still a place for you in this person's heart. I do see this person still feeling attracted to you and still feeling like they could be with you if they wanted to or if you wanted them back. So I feel like you are still his type, but I don't feel like he goes for the same people he maybe used to go for in the past with the Six of Cups. So how do I explain this in words? It's kind of like not a full yes, but a yes, because I feel like his type has changed from the past, where maybe he would have gone for people that sort of looked like you, physically and had your personality traits and stuff like that. But I feel like now he doesn't anymore. His type has changed over time, but he still feels attracted to you. Does that make sense? So it's like you're the exception in this, where it's like maybe he's not attracted to people he used to be attracted to anymore, but he is still attracted to you. You're the one person from his past that he still is attracted to, even though his type has perhaps changed. You're kind of still in there. I hope I'm making sense. So that's what I see with a yes or no. What is the Three of Pentacles reversed about, Spirit? This person could have not one usual set type, where he could find like different type of people attractive. He doesn't have like one set type. Does that make sense? But you are part of his type. With a High Priestess reverse, I feel like this means that you don't trust him anymore. He probably could have done something to make you not trust him anymore, or it almost feels like he perceives it as you wouldn't trust him, so he doesn't come back, or you wouldn't want him back. So maybe he even thinks you've moved on from him. I'll be honest, I didn't want to say this because I don't want to be disrespectful, but when I was looking at the Three of Pentacles card reverse, I was hearing the song, I Don't Got No Type, Bad Bitches Is the Only Thing That I Like. So I feel like this person doesn't have a set type of, oh, I like blonde hair, or oh, I like brunettes, or oh, I like thick girls, or, he doesn't have like a set type, but he likes pretty women, if that makes sense. But you are part of his type, even though he isn't attracted to what he used to be attracted to. Okay, why is pile number one part of his type, and why does he still hold these deep feelings for pile number one, even though they're not together anymore. Why does he still, oh my gosh, why does he still feel something towards them? Eight of Cups reversed. Okay, I'm just going to take all of these cards. You have the Page of Cups reversed next. You have the Ten of Wands reversed next. The Wheel of Fortune next. And the Ace of Cups next. I'll look at the rest of the cards in a second. So I do feel something in my solar plexus now. You may be very clairsentient because with different people, I'll just explain it like this shortly. I don't want to take too much of your time up. But with some people, I'll get more clairaudient messages. With some people, I'll get more clairvoyant messages. With some people, it just differs. But when I get a lot of clairsentient messages where I'm feeling the energy most of the time in the reading, that can tell me that I could be picking up on the client or the person watching's gifts, if that makes sense. So you could have the gift of clairsentience where you feel into this person's energy and you could feel them thinking about you. You could feel them sort of ruminating on you. But you could also pick up on some insecurities that this person may have due to not being in your life anymore. And if you are picking up on that, then that is a confirmation, because the solar plexus relates to our self-worth, the way we feel about ourselves, our sense of confidence. And when I feel a wound there or a pain there, I see it as like our confidence has been hurt. So I feel like this person's confidence has been hurt by the fact that you're no longer in their life, or by the fact that you no longer trust them, or by the fact that they think you've moved on. So something about that is coming through. So the why being, with the Eight of Cups reversed, this can tell me that this person has not fully moved on from you. So, he's gotten over other people from his past, but he hasn't gotten over you, which is why the other people maybe aren't his type anymore, but he still isn't over you, which is why he still feels that attraction towards you. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm seeing with the Eight of Cups reverse. Page of Cups reverse can tell me that I don't feel like you and this person were meant to be together forever with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. I'll explain the Page of Cups reverse, but I'm being taken to this first. So there's something about, it's like you were meant to be in each other's lives to teach each other lessons or to help each other evolve spiritually with the High Priestess. But I feel like this is sort of karmic in a way where it's like, you weren't meant to be together forever. This is not a fated love. And maybe both of you already deep down know that, but are sort of in denial of that. Or maybe this person's in denial of that if you've moved on. So I feel like the reason why this person can't get over you is because of the soul tie that you have, because of the soul connection that you have, that is a little bit more karmic in nature, but you were here to sort of help each other evolve on your soul's path. You may have triggered some inner child wounds from this person, and now I feel the throat chakra energy again. So this person may be very secretive about their childhood or about things they've been through in childhood that have wounded them. And it's sort of like you triggered that within this connection. But the reason why this person can't get over you is because they have not fully learned the lesson. Their mind keeps taking them back to you because they have not fully learned the lesson you were supposed to teach them. You could have learned the lesson fully if you're not sort of thinking of this person all the time. But if you are and you have learned the lesson, it could just be that you're also picking up on their energy, that it's not even your thoughts, but it's just you picking up on their energy. So take it how it resonates for you, but I feel like there's a spiritual kind of reason for this person not being able to get over you. With the Ace of Cups reverse, I see that this person isn't even open to new connections right now because he still feels like his heart is with you. It almost feels like he feels trapped in the past. Like, yes, the the world has moved on and time has moved on and everybody else has moved on around him, but it's like he's still stuck in the year you were together. So let's say Spirit's giving me an example of, let's say you were together in 2014. He's still stuck in 2014, even though we're in 2025, because he hasn't learned his spiritual lesson yet. And that's something I'm seeing that a lot of you might not want to hear, but it is what I'm seeing in the cards. And I feel like how he can sort of heal from this is healing these inner child wounds. And then it will feel less painful, because it doesn't feel empowering still being stuck on you and you're no longer in his life. And although a lot of you will be happy to hear that he's not over you, I do think that, how do I say this in the best way? I do think that it's not necessarily the best thing for him to go through, because it is hurting him emotionally to still be stuck on you and not have you in his life. I'm not saying you can't reconciliate. That can happen. But I just don't think that it's good to force something that has already reached its expiry date spiritually. It's already served its purpose spiritually. We can't keep extending that. You can force it, but it's not always good. So moving on from that, why he still finds you his type. I'm trying to not go off topic, but I'm just channeling whatever comes through. So 10 of Wands reverse tells me that he has tried to give attention to other people before in the past, like many other people, trying to get over you with rebounds, things like that. But it still feels like no matter how many people he spoke to previously, it still feels like he can't let go of you. It still feels like he can't move on from you. And it just feels like he's stuck in that year you were together, which is quite interesting. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. We have Strength. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Swords. Excuse me. So with the Queen of Swords, when I pulled this card, this is a little bit gross, but like I had a little burp come up. And the Queen of Swords relates to the throat chakra. So this means that this person needs to talk to you, or needs to write a letter to you, or talk to you through their mind, so that they can get these feelings out, so that they can release these feelings they've kept down within, that they have not spoken about. Even if it's just them writing you a letter and never sending it to you, just telling you about all their feelings, or even telling you about it in person, I feel like it could be really helpful to this person to sort of get that closure and let go. And who knows? Spirit is even telling me, who knows? This person could learn this lesson spiritually, and you guys could renew your bond or rebirth your spiritual bond in some way. I didn't mean to make this reading so spiritual, but these spiritual concepts are coming up as I'm channeling. Maybe this pile is very spiritual. Maybe this is a very spiritual connection, but I'm not saying that this is the end of this connection. I'm just saying that the connection you once had reached its expiry date because you were meant to learn certain lessons together. But now, if this person learns those lessons, they can renew that connection with you and create something completely new spiritually with you on a soul level, if that's something you want. So with the Seven of Wands reverse, I feel like this person sort of pushes you away, but also wants you back. It's like you're still in this person's heart, even though you're not in his life currently, but he's also pushing you away at the same time. It's almost like this concept of like, I want to get over you, but I don't at the same time. So it's very confusing what this person's going through. And I feel like it has to do with all his emotions. It's not even just the physical, because yes, he's physically attracted to you, but I feel like it's all those emotions he still has for you that he hasn't let go of. But I feel like it's all those emotions he has for you that he hasn't let go of. That is the reason why you are still his type, even though he has moved on from other people in the past, and even though he is no longer attracted to other people from his past, he's still attracted to you. It's because not only because you're beautiful, yes, but also because of that emotional connection he has with you that is so strong that he hasn't been able to let it go in his heart. With the Two of Pentacles, he could have previously had two people he was trying to talk to get over you, but it just never sort of worked out, which is why he stopped entertaining other people. Six of Wands reversed. Something didn't work out in your connection. Five of Wands can talk about conflict. So maybe you and this person had a lot of love for each other, but you also had the potential to make this toxic by, fighting all the time and getting in conflicts all the time. And it's just like, it wasn't working anymore. It wasn't working out. The potential you saw in this person, it's almost like they couldn't reach that potential and it just wasn't working. So even though things weren't working and the circumstances weren't aligning, that doesn't change the fact that this person still feels strong feelings towards you that he can't let go of, and that is the reason why you are still his type, even though this connection has ended a long time ago. So this is where I'll leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonated with you. So yeah, I guess I went a little bit off topic, but it's what I was channeling. It has less to do about the physical appearance and more about the feelings involved, which is why I didn't really go much into that. So yeah, I do hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know how it resonated in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my Palomatu's. If you chose this purple agate crystal in this card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at, are you his type? If so, why or why not? So your first card is the Empress. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. So I'm going to first pull cards for yes or no, the top row, and then at the bottom row we'll look at why. So the Knight of Swords is your next card. Is this person on their mind finding pile 2 attractive? Are pile number 2s his type for the person on their mind? Then we have the Three of Cups. We have the Sun, and we have the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands reverse, and the Moon. 2 extra cards came out that I didn't expect. At the back of the deck, you have the Page of Cups. So if you watched that video that I did quite recently on what is his usual type, if you watch that video, there was a pile where I mentioned something about a specific guy not necessarily like looking for a specific type of look, but liking confidence in a woman or in a person. I think it was pile 1. Some of you watched that pile because I'm feeling the same energy and I recognize the energy. So for him, this man you're asking about, if you didn't watch that video, what I basically see with him is he doesn't have one set type. He has like, it's kind of similar to pile 1 in a way where I mentioned that song, I like bad bitches, something like that. But it's kind of like this person just likes people that are pretty. With the Empress here, because the Empress can represent beauty and aesthetics. Like, as long as someone is beautiful and there's an overall nice aesthetic to their look and they have like a good fashion style, I feel like this person will be attracted. So, maybe they have specific things they look for or they like, but I feel like when a person has confidence, even if they're not his usual type, he will still find them attractive and he will still sort of consider them his type. With you, I feel like you have the beauty and the aesthetics and all of that with the Empress here, because the Empress is Venusian energy relating back to beauty, romance. So I do feel like there is that type of attraction here. However, with the Queen of Wands reverse, maybe sometimes you tend to feel insecure or you tend to let these insecurities go on in your head, and they come from the subconscious mind where you almost like doubt, is he attracted to me or not? He could tell you all the things you want to hear, not on purpose, like he wants to manipulate you. He could be telling you the things you want to hear, genuinely feeling them, but then sometimes you doubt it, like, does he actually find me attractive? And I feel like for some of you, these insecurities could come from a past connection where maybe you were betrayed or cheated on, and that could have caused insecurities where it's like maybe you are scared of being left for another person that's more prettier or something like that. Being abandoned. Maybe some of you have an abandonment wound that is kind of playing out here. And I feel like this person has validated to you that they find you attractive, that they find you beautiful. Maybe this person could compliment you a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like you need that validation from them. You need the reassurance from them. But I feel like sometimes this abandonment wound causes you to sort of not believe this person when he does tell you that you're beautiful to him. So I feel like with the moon here, it relates back to your own feelings that you need to sort of look at or address, where these sort of insecurities come from. Because I feel like he does see you as someone that is developing self-love with the Empress here, because the Empress can talk about self-love to me. So you are developing self-love and you are working on your confidence, and he can see that and he finds that very sexy. And it's not that he looks at you as like, oh, you're insecure, now I'm no longer attracted to you. He sees these things, but he does want to validate you and give you the reassurance you need so that you can feel like sort of validated, if that makes sense. But even when he does, you may have a hard time believing him or believing other people when they say, yes, you are beautiful. So I really want you to not just, it's not that this message is coming up because of the topic or the title, but it's more so a message from Spirit on the side to address these things and look at where they come from. Because sometimes people can tell us things and they sound nice, but we don't always believe them. And we need to look into why that is. Because someone can tell us 100 times a day we're beautiful, but if we don't believe them, it doesn't really click for us in our mind. So that's just an extra message from Spirit. I'm going to take these 2 cards away. So does he find you attractive? Are you his usual type? The answer is yes, since the Empress is your card. He does find you very beautiful. You are his type. What he also likes about you is that you two have a genuine friendship with the Sun and the 3 of Cups. So you and him can always like laugh together, be playful, have fun. He likes that in a connection. Some of you, this is not so serious yet, where you've just started seeing each other. For some of you, this is a situationship. For some of you, this is maybe a friend you're crushing on where it hasn't reached that level yet, but he does find you beautiful and attractive. But for some of you, this is like a new connection. Or someone you've known for a long time that recently started getting romantic. But I feel like that foundation you have of a friendship really makes your connection strong. And that is part of the reason why you are his type. Because he wants that in a connection. He wants someone he can be friends with. He's the type of guy that wants his partner to sort of be his friend as well. He doesn't just want to have the romance. He wants to be able to have laughter with his person. He wants to be able to be playful with them, have fun with them, bring them around his friends. That's kind of the vibe it's giving me. So that's part of what he looks for, in terms of like, maybe not personality. I wouldn't call it personality, but you get what I mean. That's something he looks for in relationships, and you definitely meet those expectations. However, with the 5 of Pentacles, I am seeing here that, how do I say this? Okay, this is not me trying to be mean or anything. This is just me trying to be honest. And this I'm questioning if I should say this or not because we did already mention insecurities, but I want to be truthful, but I'm gonna say this. Sometimes a person can want something that maybe we don't have. That doesn't always mean we have to change ourselves to appeal to them. Because like I said in that previous reading, if you watched it, I said something about this is the type of guy that likes confidence in a person or a woman where even if she isn't his usual type, if she's confident in herself, he will like it. He'll find that so hot and sexy. You know what I mean? So I feel like even if you lack something he usually looks for in his usual type, he still will find you sexy if you're confident within yourself, if you love yourself the way you are. So with the Five of Pentacles here, you may be lacking something he usually looks for in people, something small. It's not big. He still does find you attractive, don't get me wrong, but there may be something you might lack that he usually looks for. For example, let's say a guy, his usual type is like very curvy woman, but he starts dating a woman that is a little bit more on the slimmer side, and he finds her absolutely beautiful, her face and her body, but maybe his usual type is a little bit different. That's the kind of energy I'm seeing if I had to give an example to it. But this doesn't mean you have to go change yourself. And I'm not saying he likes curvy girls. I'm just giving that as an example. So yeah, that's what I'll say there. So why and why not? But more on the why, because I feel like it was more of a yes here. So we have Death, we have Four of Swords, we have the Two of Swords. Why are they his type? Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords. Okay, I felt an energy by my rib cage that sort of was like a pain, and now I feel it in my solar plexus. You are definitely healing wounds around your self-worth. You're definitely healing any wounds around self-confidence. And you are healing any anxiety or doubts or even pain around like, am I beautiful enough? Am I good enough? And I feel like if these types of readings get you down, then I feel like if it's not empowering, then don't watch them, because sometimes when we put a lot of our worth or value in what a person thinks of us or how attracted a person is to us, it can make us feel insecure. So if readings like this make you feel more insecure than more empowered, then I would suggest taking a break from them until you can build that sense of self-empowerment within yourself without relying on that external validation. I feel like that's what you need. I know you came here about like wanting to know, are you his usual type? But this is something Spirit really wants to tell you as a side message. So why you are his usual type. So with the Death card, Four of Swords reversed, I see that also with the Nine of Swords, I see that he's let go of a lot of things. Maybe he feels like he relates to you in the sense where he doesn't always feel good about himself. He doesn't always feel the best about himself. Maybe he feels like he relates to your wounds. Since I felt the wound in the solar plexus, this is like your wounds around insecurity or your wounds around not feeling good enough. And maybe he also relates to this abandonment wound. Maybe he's also been abandoned. So there's like this trauma bond that you two both have that isn't necessarily unhealthy. Some trauma bonds can be unhealthy, yes, but this one isn't necessarily unhealthy. This one seems more supportive in nature. And it feels like because we can relate to the wounds we might both have, we can relate to each other. It's healing. It feels like we're here to support each other, to listen to each other when one of us or both of us is feeling sad or feeling any type of way about something we're going through. It's like we can support each other and be there for each other. That is something he's never received in a connection before, and that is something really important to him. So you are part of his type, personality-wise, because you're such a supportive person. you listen to him, and you give him support, and he can also do the same for you. It's like you're each other's rocks of support. And that is a very beautiful thing to see. That almost wants to make me cry tears of joy. I know I'm laughing now because I don't want to cry, but it's making me very emotional because this is very sweet. I feel like he feels a lot of deep emotions towards you, even if this is a new connection. This definitely feels very deep. So with the Four of Swords reverse, Nine of Swords, he does have a lot of anxieties. He may suffer from, like a lot of fears, anxieties, stuff like that. Maybe even one suffered from depression. But I feel like you're helping him through that. So that's the main energy I'm seeing, like in terms of his emotions, why he feels like you're his type from his emotions rather than just the physical. You bring him some kind of peace and calm. You make his body feel safe. If he's been through traumas that have made him feel unsafe, it's like you make his body relax and recharge and just feel safe. You just make him feel comforted. He loves your touch. He loves your cuddles. Something about your hugs. Just physical affection from you in general. Even if he's sad, it makes him so happy. He could be feeling sad about something or stressed out, and you do something to make him laugh or smile, and that's part of why you're his type. So the reason why you're his type is not only because you have this beauty that he's attracted to, but also because you've been working on yourself, because you've been gaining a lot of self-love. You've been transforming yourself, your self-perception. You've been doing the inner work, and that's something he likes. So yes, you're his type because of the beauty you have and the confidence you're building in yourself, but it's also these emotional aspects he sees in you that he would want in a partner. It's something he looks for in a partner. So with the Two of Swords, you also seem to know what you want. You also seem very decisive. When it comes to you and him, it feels like you didn't even look for other options, or you didn't even look elsewhere. You just knew what you wanted and you asked for it, or you gave it to him. And that to him is like literal perfection. It's like he's looking at you at like literal perfection because he's not met many women or people that sort of just knew what they wanted and wanted him. Maybe he's been in a lot of connections with people that treated him like a second option or were wishy-washy with him. So, why are they part of his type? Two of Wands. So, physical-wise, why are they part of his type? So, we have the King of Wands next. The Star. There's something about you and your physical appearance that stands out to him, that sort of just draws him in. With the Star, Two of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles. You have this attention to detail when it comes to your fashion style as well. He likes that about you. I don't know if he has that Virgo energy, but I'm seeing Virgo earth sign energy where it's like maybe he's like that, where he pays a lot of attention to small, minute details, and you do that too. And he likes that about you. He likes that when it comes to your outfits, they're all coordinated, they're cohesive, they match. So he really likes your fashion style, but he also feels like you have certain skills that you've mastered. Like maybe some of you are really good at makeup and you really know how to enhance your own beauty through makeup, through your skills. Maybe some of you are really talented at putting together an outfit, and a lot of you might not look at that as a talent, but it's kind of how he's viewing it with the Eight of Pentacles. But also with the Star, you just have like a unique beauty about you that shines through, that he's attracted to. I wouldn't worry too much about the thing that's missing because he doesn't seem to focus on it too much. He just is in awe of your beauty, that he's not trying to change you. So I'm not even going to ask about that. Because I feel like he is focusing on what's here, not what's missing. And that is a good thing to see. And I feel like he just wants you to be confident in yourself. You know, he might look at it like, okay, maybe you might like this type of guy and I don't have this. So he wouldn't want to make you feel insecure or doubt yourself, because he also has insecurities of his own, where maybe you've complimented some things about him that he was insecure about. So he wants to do the same for you. It's like there's a sense of unconditional love, or there will be a sense of unconditional love in this connection. Either I'm tapping into the energy right now or into a future energy if this is still quite new, where you don't see this yet, or it is starting to blossom. There's also a lot of potential he sees in your connection with the both of you. You inspire him a lot. He sees you as his muse. And there's also something about you physical appearance wise. I'm seeing either you have like a lot of contrast, like let's say your hair is really dark and your skin is really light, or let's say your hair is really light and your skin is very dark. Something about contrast, or something about your body that he's attracted to. I'm seeing like different examples where maybe your breasts are very big, but other parts of your body are smaller in proportion to the breasts. Or I'm seeing like maybe like pear body shapes, where it's like the top half is very small, but the bottom half in proportion to that is bigger. Something like that, like, is showing through. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm giving examples of the energy. So yeah, that's what I see. He also just finds you very physically appealing to him. There is also like a sexual kind of attraction here, but I don't feel like he tries to come on too strong with that, because he doesn't want... He's the type of man that like really respects a woman. That's what I feel from his energy. He's a green flag as I read his energy. He really respects you, and it's almost like he doesn't want you to make him feel... He doesn't want to make you feel like he's too lustful over you, even though there is a sense of lust here and sexual attraction. Yeah, so this is a cute reading. I do hope this resonated with you, pile number 2. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Let me know how it resonated in the comments, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Thunder Egg Crystal and the 4 of Wands, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at, are you his type? If so, why or why not? So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the first set of cards for yes or no for the top row. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find my email address in the description box below. So after we take a look at yes or no, we'll take a look at, like I said, why or why not. You are their type. Sorry, I'm mixing up my words. Okay, so spirit guides of pile number 3, spirit guides of pile number 3, are they his type? Can I please tap into the person on their mind? Are they his type? Okay, we have the Page of Wands. I channeled something earlier, but I kind of want to see what cards come out first. Queen of Swords reversed, Ace of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Okay, I was channeling something earlier where I heard from Spirit, like in the intro, there is one pile where this man sort of worships whoever's watching the pile as like a goddess, sort of sees them as a goddess. And I didn't know which pile was for, and then when I got to pile 3, I saw that energy. And I saw the angel number 222. So there could be some kind of divine orchestration or divine timing meeting here where it's like, I'm seeing that, what is it called? The red string theory. I'm not sure if it's called that, but I'm seeing something like that where it's like the universe sort of pulls you two together when it's the right time for you to come together and meet. There's some kind of spiritual purpose for your connection. I'm not sure what it is. You can maybe research the videos online, picker cards of like spiritual purpose of your connection. I'm not going to go off topic, but that's what I see. Four of Wands here tells me that this person could view you as marriage material. I was also channeling that this person finds you very beautiful, like with your smile and laugh, and you also make this person laugh a lot. There's something about you being very funny and having a good sense of humor that he's attracted to. And I also see that he's very attracted to your voice with the Queen of Swords. And you may be a very quiet or shy type of person, or you just may not speak that much. But when you do, something about the words you say, like there's some kind of playfulness or lighthearted energy to it. And he loves that frequency of your voice. Some of you have like more of a high-pitched voice or more of this quiet type of voice, but there's something fun about your voice, if that makes sense, to listen to. I feel like he loves to listen to you speak, and there's also something about like loving to talk to you and just be around you. Your presence is so fun for this person. This person also likes the fact that you are independent. I'm getting a yes for this energy. You are his type. With the Ace of Pentacles, it seems like he sort of wants an opportunity with you. He wants a chance with you, or a second chance if this is someone from your past. He doesn't want to mess things up with you this time around if it's a second chance, and he doesn't want to mess things up with you if this is the first chance. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. He might have 4 different types of a quote-unquote usual type, and you're part of that 4. So let me give an example. Let's say he has 4 different types that consist of trying to think of examples. Women with short hair, like a bob. And then his other type is like women that like to go to the beach. I don't know, like I'm just giving examples. But anyways, maybe you fit into one of those 4 types. I'm not saying those are his 4 types, but I'm just giving that as an example. I do see that there's a yes here. Although I felt this like really good energy between the two of you and him finding you very attractive and him enjoying the time spent with you, one thing I will mention that Spirit is almost hesitant on me mentioning, because as I was about to mention this, I just bit the inside of my cheek. And when that happens, I see it as like a sign from Spirit to be careful about how you say it, or to not say it at all when I see something in a reading. But with the Lovers reverse at the back of the deck, there may be this fear of commitment from this person. And I feel like you have observed this already from this person. But it also feels like this person wants to try something new and just take a leap of faith here and try committing to one person. It's not that they have commitment issues. It's not that they don't want to commit to one person, because the 4 of Wands is here. So they do want some sense of commitment, and they do see you as like wifey material or hubby material if you're a man watching. But there's this feeling of like, I'm afraid of committing to one person and then later down the line I get hurt, you know? So it's not necessarily like he's a player or anything like that. That's not what I'm picking up on, because I do pick up on a maturity from this man, but maturity, not immaturity. But I feel like there is some kind of fear of committing to one person and sort of getting hurt, or that person just not taking them seriously or prioritizing them. So although there is this fear here that sort of creates this wall for him, where it's like he's created this wall or this guard from fully opening up, I do think he is holding back a little bit because of that. But I do think he wants to change that within himself. I do think he is aware of that, and he wants to do things differently this time around. Maybe he did things in a certain way in his previous connections, but this time around he wants to do things differently. So yeah, again, he likes your independence. He likes that you sort of have your own thing going on. He likes your personality traits as well. Like I'm hearing for this pile, a lot of you watching aren't too clingy. And that's something he likes about you, where it's like you have your own thing going on. You have your own independence. It's like you don't need him, but you want him around. He doesn't feel a desperate sort of vibe from you, and that kind of turns him off, desperation. That's what I'm hearing, but you don't give that. And that's something he likes about you. So why are pile number 3 part of his type? Why do they see pile 3 this way? Why does he see pile 3 this way? 2 of Cups, the Hierophant, the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and Justice. Okay, there's something about your eyes that he likes. It could be possible that you have very nice hair that he likes. Especially something about your hair color. He likes that type of hair color on people, or he's usually attracted to that type of hair color. Something about your body too, because we see a naked woman here. And there's also a lot of sexual attraction here, but with the Hierophant being your card, it's a lot more mature. It's not like a F-boy type of sexual attraction. It's like a more mature energy. I don't know how else to explain that, but that's what I'm seeing. It doesn't feel like this person lusts over you in a immature way, but in more of a mature way, if that makes sense. There's something about your body he really likes. Let's just say that. With the 2 of Cups, there is also romantic feelings involved here that make you part of his type. But also part of your personality makes you his type. Because there's something about the feelings he has for you. There's something about him seeing potential in this connection. There's also something about him feeling like you came into his life at the right time. It almost feels like a blessing from the divine. The Wheel of Fortune is here, which can talk about fated destiny, fated meetings, destined meetings. So that is literally confirmation to what I said earlier. Maybe some of you are in interracial relationships, or you're from different cultures, because I'm seeing something like that. But it's not that that culture or race is necessarily part of his type, but maybe he finds people from that culture or race attractive. I know people can usually like see that as like a fetishization, but it's not coming through like that's an energy to me, at least. It's not coming through as like he specifically looks for people of that race or culture, but it's more so like he's attracted to that. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm not wrong for saying that or being offensive for saying that. If I am, sorry. With Justice here, I do also see that he sees you to be a very honest, trustworthy person, someone he can count on, someone he can rely on. And it also feels like you're not very controlling over him. You give him his freedom. He doesn't like to be around people that sort of take away his freedom. But there's a sense of trust here and a sense of like communication, where it's like you give him his freedom, yet you also have certain boundaries up of what you will or will not tolerate. So let's say he goes on a night out with his friends. You're not going to tolerate him coming home hours in the morning or not messaging you at all, telling you where he is at. Like there needs to be some form of communication here for you to know where he's at, and some kind of respect here, which is something he likes about you, where it's like you give him some type of freedom, but you also have certain boundaries and have certain things you will tolerate and some things you will not tolerate. And he likes that you have that energy about you where you can put your foot down to certain things. With the 5 of Pentacles as well, there's something about you making him feel like you're not using him for things he has. This man might have felt like maybe he's experienced certain people before that used him for what he had. And he doesn't want that in his connections. That's a deal breaker for him. And you don't make him feel that way. So that is part of the reason why you're his type. With the Eight of Pentacles, he sees you as very talented at something, or he sees you as very skilled at something. He also sees you as a hard worker. And he thinks that that inspires him because he wants to be with somebody that also has their own thing going on, also has their own independence. It's not in a sense of like you need to do that, but that's something he likes in a woman or in a person when they have their own thing going on, their own thing they want to achieve, because he's a very ambitious person himself. He wants to create some kind of achievement for himself that is very big. He wants to change his whole life with his achievements. So being around somebody that is also on that same what's not level, that's not the word I want to use, but also on the same mindset or frequency as him, where it's like we're both moving towards a common goal that is attractive to him. Because for him, he's very ambitious, so he wants to be with a person that's just as ambitious as him. So with the Hierophant here as well, you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very wise. You always give him good advice whenever he's stressed out and doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what way to go. And that's something he likes about you, that's something he finds attractive. But there's also something about him feeling very satisfied with you in the bedroom. If that makes sense, if you have been intimate together, where it's like, I don't need to even think of looking elsewhere because I'm fully satisfied with you. But I'm not saying we should look elsewhere if we're not satisfied. But what I am saying is like, he's just fully satisfied with you. Some of you could have tattoos or piercings and he likes that. He finds that sexy. If you do have that, then that is your message. If not, then don't take it. But also something about your legs. I keep getting your body, your legs. And also like the chest area for the woman here. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know how it resonated for you down below in the comments. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.